Alright, so take the zip tie off, small flathead screwdriver, and you can separate these just by gently prying. And then what I did for the bottom, and see if it works again, is just tilt them gently and the pressure separates it on the bottom. So you don't have to stick a screwdriver in there like so. And then my 4 packages are now separated, ready to go. Alright everyone, I'm getting ready for my Saskatraz installation. I have 4 frames out. This is the frame I'm going to put the queen on. I have a plastic setup that came in a plastic shipping container with the bees that I'm unfamiliar with, but have to figure out how to get it open. And then set the queen up here. I'm going to set her up with an elastic band. I'm going to dump the bees in, put my frames on, and then go ahead and continue to put the cover on and then the top for a feeder. We'll see how this goes. Of course, it's kind of a cold day today, but this is the day I get to put them in. So this plastic setup has these tabs. You have to lift these tabs up here on each side, and that allows you to slide this top back. Like so. And the queen is under here. I'm going to take her out and put her in my pocket. Let's try to take a look at her. You put her in the pocket so that she stays warm. And again, that's my first time with this style. There's the breeze, don't like it. Keep them. Okay, the queen's not there. Let's see if she's over here. Probably help if I had 2 hands, but recording with one. There she is. Okay, so she's got a tab. I've seen other ones where she was on top, but she's in here, so I have to slide the can out to get her out. Okay. Alright, so the plan will be, I don't want to lose her, is to knock the bees down. And bees have a hard exoskeleton, so this does not hurt them. Slide the can up, slide her out, try to brush the bees off so I'm not putting bees in my pocket, because I do want to keep her warm, and then get ready for the installation. Okay, so let's knock them down. I didn't spray them with sugar water. I guess I could lightly, but it's a bit windy, so I don't want to do too much because I don't want them to be chilled. But if I do a light coating of sugar water, and you can do more if your climate is warmer, but it's a colder day today. Knock them down. Some bees will escape, I'm sure. Here's my queen. Put this back on. Oops, crushed a little. Sorry, girls. And there's my queen. Okay, and they don't give her any attendants. It looks like she's all by herself in there. She's kind of small, but she's... And there's a bee coming to help her. Yep, there she is right there. And a bee trying to take care of her and feed her. So I got to make sure that the bees have access to her. And I was wondering if she was going to be marked. And it looks like they don't mark her, which that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping that that would make it easier to find her when you're doing hive inspections. Okay, but there she is, and I don't have any bees except for the one right there. I'm going to put her in my pocket and hopefully not get a bee in the pocket. Alright, so let's take this off so that bees aren't getting stuck to it. Alright, I want to get her in quickly because it's cool. I need to pull the cap off, and there isn't even any sugar in this. I'm really surprised. That would be like a direct release. So this came with no sugar covering, and I don't know if I have any marshmallows. Alright, so this is totally unexpected. There's no candy. I have no marshmallows. This is definitely not what I expected. Alright, so I'm improvising. I have some hard sugar that I put in the hole, and I pushed the cork inside, and she's okay. I would love to be able to mark her, but I don't have the setup to do that right now, so I'll have to find her on a good day and then try to mark her. And I'm going to leave that sugar. It is a little bit loose, but I should be able to put that in sideways or downwards now, so that they can actually work their way through, and they can access that right there. I don't want her to fall, so I'm going to take the metal tab and fold it over the top, and they'll be able to clear that candy out. And this is my improvise, so I guess with this style, make sure you have some marshmallows. You know, I have it set with a little hook there. I have a little piece of sugar on the end. There's a glare, so I can't see if you can see correctly, but that gives me my gap here. That's where I'm going to dump my bees in. They should come back up to her, and that's my improvisation. And hopefully this is going to work, and she'll be released and be laying soon. Alright, so let's continue. Now I got a plan for the other three in a similar way. I've got to get a piece of sugar candy that I can put in there. It's not what I expected. Expected the old wooden style. Alright, so let me spray them, knock them, shake them, and continue on here. So these have little doors on them, so you can actually pry the door open. And I didn't knock them down yet, so hopefully they don't come swarming out. And then I'm going to knock them down. I'm going to take the can out, put my hand over the top, and then shake the bees in. Not by dropping you. Alright, so I'm going to knock them down. Take the can out, put my hand over the top, keep them in, put my can aside, get my door open, in theory. 1, 2, okay, and, alright, so I'm here, here's my queen, I'm going to open them up, pour them in. Give them a shake. There they go. Some beautiful bees. Hopefully they find that queen and they get through that small piece of candy. Sorry, girl. Excuse me. Give them a knock. It's a lot of good bees. And I'm sure some bees are going to get angry, so I do have my veil on. And then when most of them are out, and that's really good. I like the door style. That's pretty nice. These other bees should find their way into this hive or one of the other hives. I'm going to just put this at the front and they can make their way over. Okay, I have my comb I'm going to put in. I'm going to gently ask them to move. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me, girls. Yep. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, I have some honey. There's going to be a gap here, so hopefully they don't draw too much comb. And I might leave one out because I'm not going to have enough room with the queen there. Alright, so nice, they're centered right here. A couple of bees flying, a couple of them bump the veil. But here they are right here. They're bumping me in the head a little bit, but they're being sweet overall. And there they are with the queen, and hopefully they don't pop that sugar out like immediately. But I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on this just in case she's released, just to keep her in there. Okay. And these bees all around will find a hive to go to. Cover. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me, girls. Don't want to squish anybody. Okay, this is my feeder, because you always want to feed them as soon as possible. I have this set up so it fits right there and it's not over the queen. And then I have a cover. And I don't want to trap too many bees in here, so I'll try to get those out because there's no access to the main hive from there. Oh, you know what? I forgot my pollen patty. So let's slip that in there. Got my pollen patty. Put that right there. That back down. And then I can let these fly around. I do have a cover for that. Here it is right here. And I have sugar water to feed them. This is a 1-to-1. Sorry, girls. Come on. Come on. Nobody's drowning today. Come on in front of the hive. Put my cover on so I don't drown anymore. Yep. Okay. Now these girls, I don't want them here because they should find their way into a hive. I have a few here. Come on, girls. Gotta move. Gotta move. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you're in there, you're not going to be too happy when it gets cold. Come on, girls. No one left behind. That's the last one. Where's my cover? Grab my cover. Put my cover on so the girls can't get back in there. And that one is ready. I did take out one out of my 10, so I have 9 in there. This one was my undrawn comb. Alright, so let's set up the next one. And now that I know what I'm in for, geez, it's not really what I expected here. I'm used to, again, the wooden one with the sugar candy. I don't have the marshmallow. And they were shipped, and they seem relatively calm. I could probably do direct release, but that just makes me very nervous. Alright, so there's my piece, right? So I'm going to take out some frames, and I'm going to probably leave one out. Probably leave the undrawn one out. As you can see, I got lots of honey, so they got really good resources. We're starting them out. Let's put that over here. And take out, and then I have some really good drawn comb for queen. That's a lot of pollen, and I think I want to put her on this one towards the center. Put her there, turn this way, and I'll put her there. Take this one out for now. Alright, go get my other package and get ready here. And these bees should find a way into the hive. There's even some down there towards the evening, whether it be that hive or one of the other 3 installations. And I'm using my my overwintering sugar board, and I'm getting pieces of hard sugar that hopefully they can chew through and remove. I'll have to check it this weekend and make sure the queen's released. But since I don't have any sugar candy on the end of these, I want something to at least delay. Now, I just thought of something. I remember getting another package bees and using a piece of Scotch tape, and the bees chew through the tape. and then release her. And that's another slow release method. You know what? I'm gonna go get some tape. That's way easier than jamming a piece of candy in there. Alright, let's try this with some painter's tape for my slow release. Okay, just keeping them a little bit warmer. Alright, so we have the tabs to lift up. Slide the top back. Doesn't want to slide, that's fine. Let's see. Let's this way. There we go. Okay. Slide the top off. Of course that would happen. I don't want to get them too upset. Take my that's tape holding the camera. Get that out of the way. There's my queen. They're keeping her warm right now, so I don't need to worry. But there is a nice cool breeze, so let me do a light spray of sugar water. Again, I don't want to do too much because I don't want to chill them. And knock them down and take her out. And then put the can back in. Sorry, girls. Okay. So you always want to check and make sure she's okay. And see, here's the queen, and they look like they're really calm with her, so I probably could do a direct release, but that does make me nervous because just in case they don't accept her. So I'm going to use a piece of green tape, take the plug out carefully, or push the plug in. I might push it in, might be better. And then I just got to make sure it doesn't block the hole for her. And I don't want to injure her. There she is, she's down at the bottom. Stay down there, girl. Okay, close that up. Right, so alright, so my plug's in there. Just got to make sure it doesn't plug the hole. There's that, and they should be able to chew through that no problem. Hopefully you can see that there, and I just use a little bit of painter's tape. Okay, so let's get her in out of the cold. Metal tab to hold her in place so she doesn't fall, and then I can pull this out and make sure she was released. Slide this over. Make sure it's tilted up slightly so the plug is not blocking the entrance. I should double check that. Yep, plug's all the way down the end. Put her right in the center. Close this up. And ready to shake my bees in. Okay. There's the girls. And I'll do one more spritz. So the fun part is I have to find her and mark her. Oops, sorry. Sorry, girl. Move you out of the way. Didn't mean to crush you. I apologize. Okay, so I'm gonna get my front door open and ready. Yeah, I just want to tap they are, they're ready. Knock them down. Take the can out. Cover the hole so they don't come pouring out. Open the door and put them right on top of her. That is a lot of bees. Okay, look at that, that is cool. They should find her, no problem. Excuse me, girls. Put this down here at the entrance, and they should find their way in. Not everyone's going to survive, but most of them will. Okay. Slide this gently over. They'll move out of my way. I'm gentle. Nice and slow. Okay. Got a nice frame here with some honey on it. Put some honey towards them. And nice full heavy frame of honey. And I don't think I can get this one in. Let's see. I'll be able to get this one in on this one because I had enough room for that queen cage. So that's full. Alright, there they are there. Checking her out. And she's right there, and she's held by the tab. That metal tab right there. And that tape hopefully will keep in place, and they should chew through that, and I could take the tab out and make sure that she was released correctly. Alright, let's get the cover on. Excuse me, girls. Okay, my feeder. Let's get some sugar water in there for them. This is 1-to-1 sugar water. Now, they don't have a lot of comb to draw out, and they do have honey, but I think it's always a good idea to feed them. No one's going to drown. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so hopefully the tape trick works. Remember, I've gotten queens before that were taped, just like I did, and they chewed through it no problem. So I like that. I'm going to give them a little bit more time to acclimate themselves to that queen and her pheromones. And cover on top. And first we'll rock. On to the next one. I gotta be on my camera. Excuse me, girl. Alright, wind's picking up a little bit. Clouds are coming out. Let me get my next pollen patty ready. Oop. They're on my pants. Hanging out. Okay, so I'm gonna tear my pollen patty. I'm gonna do a couple of slices using a hive tool to give them more surface area to access that pollen. And I do have pollen in my hives, but if you had empty, undrawn comb, you absolutely want to feed, and give them a lot of pollen. They need that protein. Alright, so on to the next one. I have to go get the other package. I was going to use elastic bands to hold the queen on, but I have drawn comb, and it's sticking really well, and it also has that metal tab, so I don't have to use the elastic band method. But if you did not have the same one that I had, you would just take your queen and put her onto your frame, take an elastic band, put that around, and you put your queen in there facing, I think, slightly upwards, in case if you have attendants, they die, they go down the bottom, they'd eat through the candy, which I don't have, and she would be released using just an elastic band. All right, let's get a higher view for number 3. All right, so tape. Ready. And at least I know how to open these things now. Push these back. And slide towards me. Take the cover off, and I even have some bees moving into each other's hives. Should not be a problem. This just holds the can in. Here's my queen. You always want to take a good look at your queen and make sure she's not dead when she arrives. These have looked great, so I do like that about that. They're not marked. She's not marked, so I'm going to have to find her and mark her at a later date. I want to make sure I have eggs as a safety measure, because that way, if I do accidentally injure her, they could make a supersession if needed. Hopefully that won't be the case. All right, so less talking, more working. Where's my spray bottle? Here we go. Right, so we got the towel because it is a little cooler today and a little breezy, and haven't been spraying them much, just enough to make them a little bit more sticky. Okay, towel out. Knock them down. No girls underneath. Okay, time to extract the queen. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Look at that. They're even drawing comb around it. So they've probably been with her for a while. Ooh, she's like a darker queen. She's pretty. If you can check that out. There she is right there. And looks like they're really taken to these queens. I think it probably would be expected to do a direct release, which I could try. I'm a little hesitant to do it, but because I don't know if they're going to ball her, but they seem very calm with her. So I think it would be fine. However, I don't think I want to chance it 100%. So hopefully they should be able to feed her through the cage. Push this through. Again, carefully push my cork in and not let my queen out. She wants out. She's right there on the edge. Excuse me. There we go. Cork is in, and she wants to lay some brood. There we go. Put my tape on. She's still in there, thankfully. I haven't lost her. Okay. Let's get her installed. And I won't knock on top of her like I did on the last package. Right, and actually I could do this with it facing slightly up like this. And I could actually check to see if let me do something a little bit different. Let me lift this up and over. Or I can use the elastic band method, like I was talking about. I want to be able to see, so maybe I will use an elastic band. Where'd I put those? So I had an idea. If I can check to see if she's released, I could just simply remove this nice and easy. Oh, and I have a little hollow right there. So I'm going to push her slightly downward into this comb, which she would probably stay there no problem, but for a safety measure, like I was talking about, you can take an elastic. Hopefully you can see this. Putting the elastic over it. That's facing down so that they can open that up and release her, and I could take a quick peek and see that she's out, and then I know she's been released. And I could just take that right out, no problem. Push that over. I see her right there. I'm going to dump my bees on. And I'm going to knock them over here. open quick and then dump them in. Alright, pry these 2 tabs on the side for this door style. Take your can out though too. Hand over the top so they don't come pouring out. Open it up. Oops, sorry, use these one out. Put them up and drop them on the queen. Right in the center. You want her in the center, it's going to be cold tonight. You want these bees to keep her warm. And there they are. Beautiful massive bees. These bees came out. This is great. Okay, put that in the front. And put my top cover on after I put these back in. If it was warmer out, I could just leave this the way it is and they would just slowly draw their way in. And if I take my time, they'll probably work their way in anyways. Gently move this over. Excuse me, girls. I got some good honey here. Put that towards the inner. A lot of good resources since I have drawn comb and I can fit all 10 in this one. So, and then this is the massive bees. It's so cool. I do have just like regular black gloves on, and they usually don't sting. I got a lot of yummy honey and stuff on my hands too, so I want to scoop them in so I can put the cover on. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me. Okay. Find my lid and my feeder. And I do want to scoop them in towards the center if I can. Squish any, as little as possible. Excuse me, girls. Oh, I got some comb there. Oh, they made some comb. Let's take that out. Yep. Look at that. They made some comb while they were in there. Pretty cool. I was wondering what that clump was. Come on, girls. Get in there. Don't sting me now. Be good. I'm going to use this for my feeder setup. And I did a lot of girls on the edge, so maybe I'll let those work their way in a bit. I don't have a smoker on me. I didn't think I was going to need it, but excuse me. If I can slide this on without squishing anybody. They're not really working their way down. Come on, girls. Go inside the hive. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me, don't come back over. Not that way. Alright. I'll go gentle. There we go. Come on, girls. Out of the way. Out of the way. There we go. Look at that. They even moved for me. Good girls. Alright. They're even climbing up the center looking for sugar. Let me give them some sugar water. Sun came out. Nice. Feels good. I'm sure they agree. 1 to 1. Put the top on this so we don't have anybody drowning. Excuse me. Have to go. Alright. Now climb up there and enjoy that 1 to 1 sugar water. Let's put this on so I can keep them out of here because there's no way out. If you're in here, you're in for the long haul. My cover behind me. And that one's done. Alright, on to the last one. Okay, on to the last one. Pretty neat that they made that comb up. while they were traveling. They probably, again, they've had all this time to make this comb. They would probably be fine as a direct release. I'm just so hesitant to try that. Could try it. Debating whether I want to try it. I could try it on this one if I'm feeling brave. That's $200 though. Oh, my inner cover stuck. There it is. Alright, hopefully getting all this for your enjoyment. And my pain. Alright, that's going to be my feeder. And all these bees are going to find a way into their house. And let's take out the side. Top. They've been good. They haven't stung me. They're good girls. Someone told me the backyard North Carolina beekeeper said that Saskatraz were sweet girls, so far they have been. This is my brood area, right? This is nice, ready. This has some nectar in it that still needs to be dehydrated. That's a nice cold breeze. I need to go get my next package. Alright, last one. Do I dare do a direct release? Don't know. Still haven't decided yet. Yeah, it'd probably be fine. Take my cover off. Take my tape off. Put in my queen tab. I'm stuck to the duct tape. There we go. Not spraying much, like I said. These breezes are pretty chilly. Okay, shake them down, take my queen out. Back on. Take a look at her. Now they've been feeding her, so she's pretty big. She's a good size. There she is right there, unmarked. Saskatraz queen. Now they must be taking care of her because she's in there without any attendants and shipped that way. So again, I am very curious to see if a direct release would be perfectly fine. But I want her to get used to the home as well. So I think I'm going to stick with the tape. I should be able to tell that she's right here ready to come out. Right on the end. Don't want to open it yet. There we go. Okay. Put my tape on. There she is right there with my tape. Bees are taking care of her. Don't want to leave her out. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to point this up and put a tab on it so I can grab it. But I'm going to take an elastic. Ah, sun's coming back out. Nice. Hopefully you can see that. Let me check. And I'm going to press the cage into, I think I want to do this side, into my comb at a slight angle. This one doesn't have anything in there, but at least if there was, and she'll stay there, but just for safety measures, I'm going to throw an elastic band on. And then I can now check to see if she was released. with a quick opening without getting too crazy. Put her in, squeeze it in a little bit more into the other comb, and the bees can now get to her on top and take care of her. You know, I'm thinking about it. Maybe I should go the other way because the heat coming up will keep her warm. And they'll all be on the bottom, but there should be bees on top too. I know I did the other ones this way. Hopefully I don't come back and find a dead queen, but it makes me think I should flip her or put her a little further down so that there's a little bit more bee space, but I can still see her. And if she's released, I will give them a little bit more room to cover her. And then I can still pull that out nice and easy. Okay, that should work. Alright, pry my door open. I hope I have 100% success. These bees, they are ready to come out. Knock them down. Can out. Door open. And, oh, they got a chunk of comb too. Excuse me, girls. Look at that. Oops, I just dropped the comb. Grab that. I don't want that fur comb in there. There you go, girls. Sorry, didn't mean to press on you, girl. I feel somebody there. Okay. They're all over me. They should be taking care of her and hopefully not blaming her for all the stress of traveling and from me installing them. Some honey on that one for them. Hopefully she'll be happy here. Center the other one, so I gotta remember to do that when I get her out. She's right there. Yep, there. On her, able to take care of her, pretty sure. And my pollen patty. Cover on and beat them. Go, girls. Come on over. Beat her. Get my sugar water. And hopefully that tape trick works. Pretty sure it will. And the last ones I had did have 10 bees in them. Need them coming up directly into the sugar and drowning. Alright, so that's the last package installation. We got sugar in one and tape in the other three. I'm gonna have to check them and make sure they're good. The queen gets released, I think they'll be fine. Find my shim box. Excuse me, girls. You don't want to be here. This is not the place to be. Inside the hive, or pick a hive. Any hive. But you don't want to be trapped in there. Okay. And that's it. Put my rock on top and so that's it, everyone. Backyard bees and garden. Got my 4 Saskatraz bees installed. You know, this one I just did. They're going to be finding the way in, and different bees are going to be going to different hives. There's very little bees on the outside. You saw how many bees actually went inside. They're actually going to figure out where the entrance is and start doing some orientation flights. Once they figure out, this is the first one, and you can see we already have bees here in the front figuring it all out. And hopefully the queens, I have 100% success with what I've done, the sugar in this one and the tape on the other 3. That should give them a little bit of time to be acclimated to their new hives and the pheromones, if they weren't already. And I'll have to update you on the success in next episode and on the weekend. I'm going to open them up and see if the queens were released, and with any luck maybe I'll even see some little bit of larvae, which would be great. Alright, I'm on my way to my season of beekeeping. Thanks for watching, and likes, positive comments, greatly appreciated. And subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell. I have both bee subjects and gardening. So check out my videos and participate. Let me know your thoughts, and love hearing from you. Take care, stay safe. Roger signing out from Backyard Bees and Garden.